Three guys sitting in a dark room that smells like bad cucumbers.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Inconceivable!
Now featuring 11 listeners.
This is the unique geek.
You slimy scumbag, get on your face and give me 25.
This is the unique geek.
And welcome to another edition of 50 Days of DragonCon, the podcast that gets older every year. We are the reverse Benjamin Button of podcasting for Dragon.
Yes.
And joining me, as always, is Leigh. Leigh, how you doing?
I'm doing very, very well. And you know what, John? Today, it was really kind of crazy. I have my niece and nephew here for the week, and we've been having
Crazy.
That is crazy, right? And they like to come here, which is even crazier. But it really hit me
That is
that they are really, really, oh my goodness gracious, young. Because I made a joke about the 80s, and they were like, when? And I was like, it hurt my heart. But so I'm here. And what I wanted to say, John, is we gave some really great tips the other week, and I wanted to jump on one that we didn't get to mention.
Okay.
So after people get their badges, it is
you do need stinking badges in this case.
And you do need stinking badges. You must have your stinking badge, and you must wear it all the time. But one of the things is that if your health isn't always maybe the best, or if you might have issues, the best idea I can tell you is to get one of those little white strips that you pull off or whatever. What are those? They were old mailing labels or whatever. Put that on the back of your badge. If you have health issues, write that down along with a number where where DragonCon should contact someone before you. I bring this up because we've had a couple of times in the past where this was when I in a track room or in a big room where somebody was had a little bit of a kind of fuzzy headedness and kind of went like this, but found out that they were diabetic and they hadn't eaten right. So and we didn't know how to contact the spouse. So that was really scary. The good news is she had just walked to the bathroom and was coming back. So, that was very good. But it's a great idea if you do that. It just helps out really quick so that we can get you who you need to see as fast as possible. DragonCon will call paramedics if needed or anything like that. But just an idea so you can be ready for that. And it does really help other people.
That's a great tip, and also making sure that your phone is up to date too on your emergency contacts if you have that facility available, so that people can pull open and use your phone to reach out to people that you know your conditions and things like that too. So
what's really interesting too is that on the back, I checked it because I've never taken it off from DragonCon, was if found, call, and it has my spouse's phone number too. So it helps for two things. Number one, who they need to get to, and number two,
remembering who you're married to.
Well, remembering who's going to take the phone if they find it. So there you go. That's it. That's it for me today.
Oh, well, that's all. That's all you have?
That's it. I think that's all we have. Are we ready to go?
Sarah says sharing your phone location with a trusted person helps too.
That is always a great idea. That is always a great idea.
Yeah, that's great.
Always good. Okay. Always good. But John, as I said, I made a reference to the 80s today earlier. And I felt really old when both my nibblings, one is 16 and one is 11, looked at me like, we don't understand what you're talking about. And it was something very odd because I'm looking for a new set of sneakers. And I said, yeah, Reeboks were the really cool ones. And they looked at me and went, Reeboks? What? Huh? I was like, all right, I'm going to go sit on my lawn and yell at kids. But you know who doesn't sit on their lawn and yell at people? Our guests.
I'm probably going to disagree with you, but I'll bring them in anyway.
Well, I haven't ever heard them sit on their lawn and yell at people. I'm not going to ask them.
I don't have a lawn.
Okay,
Oh,
that's good.
I've
I
got
yell at
enough
people
lawn for the
directly
both
from
of
the
us.
room.
Yeah, you got the big old room behind you. What was that, Joe?
I've got enough lawn for the both of us. So that means I do
That just doesn't
exponentially
sound
more yelling.
sorry. I've got enough lawn for the both of us. I'm like, that just doesn't sound right. But we want to introduce our wonderful friends, other Gary, who is the second, and Joe Crow, who is the director of American Sci-Fi Classics.
Welcome.
So welcome, and we're so happy to have y'all back. Now,
Glad to be
before
here.
we even get started, what is a classic by the DragonCon definition?
It is something
Uh-oh.
that has been out for over 10 years. Either the movie release was over 10 years ago, or the last episode, if it's a TV series, it's the last episode aired 10 years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's nobody's grading us on how close we get to those qualifications, but that's what we were told.
That's what you were told, and you just went, all right, I guess
11
we'll go
ago,
with it.
and
Yeah,
we've
right.
kind of been attempting to stay within that zone.
Right.
It makes
We
it
were
easy.
originally told like 20, I think, and then they bumped it up to 10.
Yeah, because
Because,
there's so
Eventually, luckily, other tracks jump in and say, no, we want to take X number of shows. That was not a relation to the X track. We want to take certain shows, and then here's the thing. Me and Gary basically have all we have to cover on the Sci-Fi Classics track is the entirety of recorded sci-fi history from 1910 till now, and except for things that the other tracks do.
Well, it would actually be from 1910 until 2014.
There you go.
We also talk about books and stuff, so we
Oh,
go
okay, that's
all the way back.
Oh, wow. So then you're like going to the 17 and 1800s.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on my Pride and Prejudice panel then.
Yeah, we're probably going to do a panel about this guy selling copper that apparently was of substandard quality, but
right. I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah.
So, and that's just it. And one of the things I think comes up, and you and I have talked about, all of us have talked about it before, but it's really American sci-fi classics. So if you're talking Star Wars or Star Trek, if it's a specific show that will stay with something, it kind of stays with that. Am I correct still?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
That's why we
Hallelujah.
lost the year we were supposed to get Battlestar Galactica, the reboot. A whole new whole new track was created called Military Sci-Fi, and
Oops.
yeah, they kind of got that and Firefly away from us. So
I got Firefly. Oh, yeah, I guess so.
it starts with a war.
Starts with a war, kind of ends with kind of a new war, I guess. I don't know. So, one of the questions,
real quick,
yeah.
You want to take it?
No,
ahead.
you go.
Steve wants to know. This is easily in the top 3 tracks. Excellent stuff. Even if I'm still waiting for Mannix, Rockford, or McMillan and Wife panels, they're sci-fi classics, correct?
They're the classic part counts. Also, last year and this year too, we had one of our posters decorating our track wall had Mannix and McMillan and Wife, and I believe Rockford was on that poster as well. So
How did you have all of that on? How did you have all that on one poster? I mean, a poster you made or one you found?
I didn't make it. I printed it out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's a
Okay,
wonderful
somebody-
artist. Yeah.
Okay,
There's a
okay.
wonderful artist. I forget his name. I think Joe knows it, but he's done a whole series of giant posters where all the sci-fi properties of the 70s and all of the ones of the 80s. So it's got like
Ooh.
Wonder Woman and Space 1999, and he did one of all the different 70s and 80s TV detectives. So it's got like Columbo.
I love that.
And
Yeah, they're wonderful
we did
pieces
a
of
big,
art.
Star Trek 50th anniversary
Yes.
poster with all the villains and then all the cast members. Anyway, Dusty A. Bell. That's him.
Dusty, I was about to ask you, Dusty A. Bell. Do we know if he is coming?
He better. He never has, but
oh.
Yeah.
Well, we'd love him
Thankfully,
to come
and-
in if he'd like to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apply,
And unlike
apply.
some tracks, which would have just found a poster and just printed it out, Joe actually reached out to him and said, "Hey, do you mind?"
Oh,
Yeah.
that was nice.
and
And he was like,
said,
"Yeah, just." I'm sorry. Yes. What did you say?
He said that was super cool. And although right now he's the animator or the character designer on a lot of DC cartoon movies.
Oh,
He
very
did all
cool.
the characters on the Crisis on Infinite Earths movies that they are doing. right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, very, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, this isn't
and-
just some schmuck.
No,
Not just some. No, we have plenty of those, but he's
Yes.
not one of them.
not just somebody who's got Photoshop. We're talking a real artist here. That is
Yes.
great. And thank you for the name. I that I can put it on the internet and find it. Yeah.
Mhm.
And our friend Steve Penny says Columbo needs its own track. And I will tell you, we started a rewatch of Columbo, my husband and I gotta tell you, I forgot how fun that show was. It's
Columbo
sillier than a
still
box
holds
of
up.
rocks sometimes, but it is. Yes, it does hold up. Except for all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, yeah, no, they didn't have cell phones then. Didn't have fax machines. Boy, oh boy, that was different.
And there has to be a panel, according to Brandon, called "Just One More Thing." For that
So
one.
that's one panel on the entire Columbo track.
Yeah.
Just
One
more
One
thing.
more thing.
Oh,
You
that
just,
could be
you just keep going back. You just keep going. Everyone goes to leave, and then they have to turn around and come back to their seats.
Yeah.
And just,
We'll do that like at the end of every day. There's the Just One More Thing panel.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And Sarah is just I don't know what she's trying to say here, but my grandma loved Columbo. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Get off our lawn, Sarah. I know you. Push. Push. Some of us saw it the first time ever
Zan actually
when
wanted
it
to
first
ask
came out.
if you ever had a panel on Knight Rider.
You know, it just so happens, Zan, that this year we're doing a panel about 80s tough guys. And nobody was tougher than that car.
Yes, I was about to say nobody was tougher than the car. Good.
Nobody
good,
was tougher
good job.
than the invincible car kit on Knight
Mhm.
Rider. So we're it's called 80s Tough Guys. Knights. I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna look at my own notes here.
Tough guys, fall guys, knights, and PIs.
Thank you. That's it.
I'm the unknown stuntman. I remember that. Why in the world my brain keeps some of those old, what were
But
those?
that's the whole track for us.
Well, that is true. All of a sudden you're remembering theme songs going, oh, I need help. Yeah.
I can't remember my taxes. I can't remember my daughter's middle name. I can tell you who guest starred on Knight Rider. And that the villain,
Right.
the villain car was Car.
Karr. Yes.
Mhm. And now I'm having a fail. What was the name of the truck, Joe?
Goliath.
Yes, that's it.
Oh
Goliath.
my God.
Thank you.
And do you remember how futuristic the idea was of a car that had a voice and could drive itself? That was the serious future. And
I can still
Yeah.
vividly remember watching the pilot just for when the first time Michael Knight sees Kit, opens the car and opens the door, looks in the car, and the guy asks him, "What do you think?" And he says, "It looks like Darth Vader's bathroom."
that's pretty funny. That's a good
Yeah.
line.
It is
That is a good
creepy,
line.
Lee, to your point that we pretty much have Kit now. Just
We do
Mhm.
pretty much. Yeah. I still don't. We still
less
don't have
boost. I
rocket.
don't have as much boost, but
No, we still don't have jetpacks. I'm really waiting on the jetpacks.
I gotta
I
say,
need me a jetpack.
having seen people attempt jetpacks today, or
Mhm.
this in the last couple of years, let me just say, maybe let's hold off on. Let's perfect those
That's
first.
true. Yeah, that is
Mhm.
There
probably a
was
good idea.
I was at a trade show for my day job last year, and there was a guy doing a jetpack outside. So everybody came out to the atrium to watch this man possibly die.
Yeah, I was about to say. So we were all there waiting. I mean, was somebody taking bets on? All right. So
Yeah,
I
now-
think he's
now
going to go up
he-
5, and yeah.
He did not die. He is, I hope, alive today. But
I do hope so.
he was like 60 feet in the air with just. It was not. I wouldn't say it was more worrisome than enjoyable.
Yeah,
But every 70s show had that one jetpack, though. Remember that one
Yes.
with
Oh,
those
yeah.
tubes coming out, and everybody.
Mhm.
And yeah, and both the $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman had one, but you were like, wait, they can already
They could jump.
run
What do
fast
they
enough
need?
and jump and what? Okay, whatever. Okay. Yeah. So okay. So now you always have fun
Thank you.
panels and things going on. I loved being on panels with y'all. It's hilarious. Y'all, whenever it says roll a panel, you should probably go and
Yeah.
make sure you go potty beforehand, because we're
Yeah.
all old and sometimes you giggle and things might happen. So what are you guys really looking at this year?
Depends.
Depends.
American Sci-Fi Classics.
Nicely done.
American Sci-Fi Classics, sponsored by
And-
Depends.
10 bonus John points for you. So.
And that was a really
Working
good
down
John
now.
point with the Depends. Yeah. Uh-oh, we lost him.
He's getting his bonus point system.
Right there.
Oh,
Roll
okay.
panel, nice.
Roll a panel.
Oh, the roller panel. That thing.
For those of you who are watching with video, and
Yeah.
if you're not, you get none of what I'm about to say.
It's
We
okay.
have a customized 20-sided die. 20-sided,
This is so
like the
cool
old
looking.
role-playing game D20s. And we have a very cool guy named Joe Gazinski who creates those for us. And we, on each side of the 20-sided die, we have a different movie or whatever the topic happens to be. And at Roll Panel, it's like a lightning round hour where we run through all the topics on the D20. And the audience members roll the die, and things happen.
And things happen.
Yep. And then at the end of the convention, we auction them off for the DragonCon charity.
Yes, that's one of my favorite
Woohoo!
things.
Well, and y'all are really big into charity. And I think that's really great. And the charity again this year, folks, is the Arthritis Foundation. What are you guys looking at to do for I mean, you do a lot, but what are you
We're
looking at
giving
this
everyone
year as your big?
arthritis.
No, let's not. We already some of us already have that. Thank you.
Some of us can say, no thanks, already got it.
You already got it. Thanks. But what are you guys doing for charity this year?
Actually, Sci-Fi Classics track is actually serving as research for
Yes.
the Arthritis Foundation.
Yeah, that's
Wait.
yeah, it's not the charity. It could be both the charity and the sponsor for the track.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna say they're the spot. They're actually all this is just going to feed American
Yeah.
Sci-Fi Classics. It's all.
That's all it's doing.
It's all just going straight to Anacin or Geritol.
Mhm.
That's so sad. We're all-
Anyway, sorry.
So
You're doing
the
something.
other big thing that we are doing
Mhm.
for charity is every year we do a lock-in movie where we show an allegedly bad, according to some stick in the muds, movie. And if you want to escape the movie,
Mhm.
you have to donate to the DragonCon charity. Now, Gary, we have a disclaimer
Yes.
about locking
Yeah,
people into a room. If you would,
Yes.
elaborate.
Technically, we say you have to pay money to get out. Like if you want to get out in the first 10 minutes, it's $20. If you want to get out in the next 10 minutes after that, it's 15. Yeah. And if you go
I
all
thought
the
it
way
went
to the
up.
end, it's free. No,
Oh.
you have to pay. You have to. Well.
Oh, that's right.
yeah,
The
technically,
earlier,
no, it goes.
right.
Yeah.
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 Um,
Sorry.
yeah.
Brain fart.
Although technically we can't make you pay to get out. That's technically kidnapping or something. I don't know.
yeah,
But
technically,
the officer was very clear in his language to Joan. This is a bad idea. So, but it's strongly encouraged that if you want to leave before the show is over, donate to the charity. And if you stay for the whole time, you also donate to the charity. I mean, really, just, if you have any spare change or dollars in your wallet at the con at the time, just throw it in the charity bucket. There's nothing else you need to spend money on at con.
No, not at all.
No, I can't imagine what you
would weighing you down.
You got to go food first. You got to.
No, there's a con suite. There's a con suite.
No,
go to the con suite.
No, cheesy poofs are not food. Gary, we have this conversation all the time.
Every year we have this conversation.
They have every year. They have tortilla chips.
And that is not food either. Nor,
legally,
and I know
legally it's food.
Technically speaking, it is food.
Technically speaking, salsa is a vegetable.
Yes,
but let's not.
It's a fruit salad, actually. It's very
healthy. Yes, it's very healthy. What are you all?
Real quick, I would like to point out. Zan does point out that we were joking around, but arthritis does affect all age groups and is especially those with really degenerative arthritis is a very very serious disease. So
and it is
though we joke, we also know that it is a very serious.
Of course, and that's why we are super excited to donate to this charity. Many of our relatives and some of us, we have faced arthritis, and so there you go.
Oh, and we did get sidetracked, Joe. What is the lock-in this year?
Yeah,
what are the movies? Yeah.
This year the lock-in movie is Miami Connection. It is from 1987, and it is a martial arts detective action rock and roll movie.
It's very 80s.
It's so 80s. And it's one of those movies where you look at like the first 3 minutes, you go, oh, this was filmed in the 80s. And it was. But it's now
got aerobics, it's got rock and roll, it's got ninjas.
It's got the whole the
ninjas.
A lot of people we're not showing movies that are terrible that you can't sit through. Miami Connection is kind of delightful. And now we have shown movies of questionable quality, I suppose, if you consider Mac and Me to be of questionable quality.
3 times.
3 times we've shown Mac and Me. And every time, Gary. Oh, the Mac and Me greeting. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, we thank you. Look at that.
You can keep rolling.
I love it. The Miami Connection trailer.
And DragonCon.
One of our favorite things that we do is we talk about fictional bands. And this movie is all about the fictional band Dragon Sound. And speaking of musicians, to go along with that theme, we have got a fictional 80s band that is going to open up for the movie. And is our friends, the Neon Warlords.
Which is, they are a real band, I do have to point out.
They are a real band. They were not around in the 80s, but we can pretend they were. Band.
Yes. Oh, hey, Sue! But yes, Neon Warlords is the best 80s band to not be formed in the 80s.
Yeah. Just Google Neon Warlords. You'll see what we're talking about, you people out in there in the comment section.
Yes, but they were going to do a live performance before the movie, and then we'll do the movie. So their music will definitely get people into the right vibe.
The right frame of reference. Exactly. It's going to be glorious. And that's just one of the fun things we're doing. We also this year we're doing anniversary panels about The Shadow.
Yes,
with the infamous, if you will, Taylor Dane song, which is one of my all-time favorites. And we're also doing and again, this is where the classic sci-fi adjacent thing goes along, thanks to our pals at the unofficial DragonCon theater track, we are doing a sing-along for the play.
Real quick, before you get to that,
Okay.
Sarah does want to know, how do you pay rent in all those track rooms?
See?
Good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
If I could,
With
if
a
I
lot of
could
minutes.
wink, wink, and nudge, nudge, all of you.
If you could turn back time,
I can do that.
good to know.
I can, if I could find a way, Leigh.
I have no idea why I
would
did that.
do that.
Okay.
I would take back those words that hurt you, Leigh.
Oh,
And you'd say,
If I could reach the stars.
Actually, I was gonna go Waiting for a Hero, but I was. You don't want to hear me sing.
To you.
Okay.
but yes.
But how do you pay that rent?
Well,
Yes.
Sarah, the lovely stage manager of the group that I lead up, of the DragonCon Theater and Live Performance Unofficial,
Mhm.
we are doing quite a few panels scattered around the con. You should go check out the DragonCon report from this week, where we talk all about that. But
Gary,
we
Gary,
will-
we're gonna be talking to you and Sarah later.
Oh, cool.
Sarah's going on later.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yay.
we love her, but you
Oh,
can
yeah.
go on and cross post. But I'm just saying that Sarah's gonna be on because she doesn't have a choice.
Lee,
So
keeping
that-
everything,
as much as I
keeping
can
the
tell
train wreck
everybody
a wreck.
wait. Yes. Okay, so everybody don't go watch any other podcast. Wait for it to show up here.
Yeah, exactly.
But yes,
Bite
on
you. I just like
but yes,
sometimes
Saturday
fall
night
off.
at 10 o'clock, we will be doing the Rent sing along. It is going to be in the track room, so seating will be limited. I think our track room holds like 250 people, and I'm
Woo!
pretty sure we're gonna pack it out. Okay, yeah, Sarah, DragonCon Theater and Performing Arts Lovers Unofficial. Thank you. This is why she's the stage manager. I'm the director. Look, I'm the big picture guy. She does with the
Big
details.
picture. Yeah.
she's the
Yes.
detail girl. Got it.
Eventually.
And
Although, but yes, we're doing
I'm-
that. So if you want a seat, though, come early, because I fully expect there are quite a few Rent fans.
When did Rent come out? I want to say 88.
How many minutes ago did it come out? That's what I want to know.
Oh, that's a good one. And I can't remember Broadway lyrics at this time.
Let's see. I know it's the anniversary. I'm just nailing down the number. It was 1994.
Oh, it was 94.
Hey,
Okay.
look at that.
Yeah. Which would kind of make sense because they were talking
Mhm.
about the mid 80s and late 80s.
We
so,
do.
Yeah.
We anniversaries are kind of a big thing for us. We enjoy going for the 10th, 20th, 30th, 40th anniversaries of things,
Mhm.
stuff and things.
What's a big
Yeah, but-
anniversary this year?
Ghostbusters 40th
Yep.
anniversary this year.
Of the original?
Yes.
Oh,
See, that's not possible because I'm only 40.
Exactly.
John,
And you
people
saw that
believe
movie
that
when you were, like I did, you saw that movie when you were 0.
Exactly.
in utero. Y'all were in utero when you saw it. I got
Mhm.
it. John, if you didn't have that beard, I might have believed you.
I was 13.
And
I was also 13.
40? Oh, I was 14. Yeah. Wow. Okay, let's not do that anymore.
But
Okay.
Yeah, no
Batman
math.
1989
sciatica.
35th anniversary. We've got
Of course.
the 30th anniversary of The Crow.
Mm.
Freaks and Geeks 25th anniversary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That started so many careers too, even though it was
really
like
did.
one season. Wow.
But we are venturing. It's not just 50s and 60s and stuff like
Mhm.
that, or even just the 80s. We do a lot of panels that are related to the 90s, and we're trickling into the 21st century a little bit. So, like I said, the entirety of recorded sci-fi TV and movies. That's all we have to pull from. So
Yeah.
And you've only
at what point do we get a classic American sci-fi classic track?
oh Lord.
I think that's
Where there's-
coming because right now, as of I believe, I think the first 2 years that Gary and I were the co-directors, now that qualifies as.
Well, no, we haven't had our last episode yet, Joe.
You are correct. So hey,
Once
we're
we
getting-
retire, once you and I retire, we have to wait 10 years. Then we can come back as exhibits.
Yeah,
Exhibits.
we're just gonna stand in the corner of the track room and just.
You're
Like
gonna
a
hold
scene
the
of
die
police force.
like
Yep, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sue does have that right, though. Especially our early years when nobody paid any attention to what Joe and I were doing.
mhm.
We got a lot.
problem was you started
we got away with
advertising.
a lot.
We did start advertising.
That was your problem. That was your first mistake.
John,
now,
whoever would have advertised for them.
Allegedly, and this is the story we're telling.
Allegedly.
Don't try to correct us because we don't know if it's true. Allegedly, we, Gary and I, we claim that we were the first ones to do Thursday night panels
And we're right.
because that was an accident. We
Yes.
Oops.
that first year.
I get so many hate messages.
We did. Why are you doing panels on Thursday? And now everybody does them. But we on the little this is a little inside baseball for you, but there's an online DragonCon schedule gizmo where you plug in the directors plug in all of your various programming throughout the weekend as you're getting it all prepared. And one year
About 4 years ago now, I think. It was like 1 or 2 years before
Thursday
the
night
pandemic.
showed up. And I thought, well, that can't be right. So I put in a thing on Thursday and it stayed.
Yeah.
And so we were like, well, I guess we have to do it. And
Yep. Our very first Thursday night panel, the very first Thursday night panel ever done was Flash Gordon, the movie
Yes.
Flash Gordon anniversary. And I will never forget that because a guy showed up in Clytus cosplay and they dragged him up onto the panel and made him a panelist.
That
and, like,
wow.
Thursday people are just antsy for DragonCon. They're just like either they're just getting here or they've been here a couple of days and the crescendo is building. So Thursday is people are ready. People are ready to go. And on Thursday, though the audiences are amazingly fun.
Yes.
And so we always are surprised by how many people.
Oh, well,
And-
there we go. Sue, one of our actual volunteers, there was setup stuff happening.
Mhm.
So it's because
See?
of them, Thursday was open in the schedule, but then Joe and I were the ones to go, we should put a panel there.
Yeah. Boom.
And now it's time to start Tuesday panels, according to Sarah.
John,
easy.
hush.
Oh,
Bootel.
DragonCon, well, let's see. Yeah, I've been coming to DragonCon long enough that I can remember showing up Friday morning and getting a hotel room.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those were
and
the days.
yeah, but I remember when
panels-
Thursday was the new Friday, then Wednesday was the new Thursday. Pretty soon Monday is going to be the new Wednesday.
Really, it's probably best if we just go ahead and start doing panels now, Gary.
True.
I really think.
You know, and I know last year and the year before there were people on Monday before con at the hotels in cosplay wandering around.
Yeah. We love
Yeah.
it. We
Yeah.
you know, if DragonCon, if you guys want us just to move in, let us know.
Oh goodness gracious.
Gary's already
I
local.
just-
I'm not far away.
Yeah.
this just hurts. Okay.
Yeah, Lee, you're
that's
pretty
right.
close too. So why can't you just
No.
drive in 365 days a year?
Yeah.
No. Nope, thanks. Nope.
Yeah, and Zan, you're right. Tuesday checkout is the new Monday checkout. A lot of people I know now stay till
Tuesday
Tuesday
morning?
because
Yes, Tuesday
Is
morning
that-
is so much easier than Monday. Oh my goodness gracious, yes.
yeah, I still remember one year, I think it was like about 2004, 2005. I had a room in the Hyatt and we were like on the 10th floor and my person I was with at the time she and I spent like an hour and a half waiting for an elevator to be able to get out because they were just kept being packed. We ended up having to use the service elevator.
And that's when you probably weren't going to get in trouble for using the service elevator. Don't do that now. They don't like it.
Yeah. Well, well, we didn't just grab it. We actually had someone from the hotel say, "Come over here."
Oh, okay. That was nice. That's
good cover. Good cover, Gary. Good.
Yes.
Good cover, yeah. Go with that one.
Okay.
I will point out that Brandon is waiting for the American Sci-Fi Classics reboot.
Yes.
We are. It's going to be new people. New people called Joe and Gary, and
Joe will be played by Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
And Gary will be played by Matt Smith.
I was gonna say Rose Byrne from the Fall Guy movie. That would have been.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, that'll work. Sure.
Can I just say this? Years before the Fall Guy movie came out, Leigh Majors was a guest here at the con. He was here last year, but he was here a few years before that. We did a live in one of the ballrooms sing along with the Fall Guy theme song, and it was delightful.
Don't you have it recorded, Joe?
I do, as a matter of fact.
And it's up on our YouTube page, right?
I'll find that thing, and
what is your YouTube page name?
Here's what you do: you go to YouTube, and then you type in American Sci-Fi Classics, and there she'll be.
There she'll be. That's awesome. That is so good. Okay. Also, have we even said what hotel you all are in?
I don't think we have.
We have not.
What hotel would people go to for American Sci-Fi Classics?
Marriott M103 to 105. Where if you go to the Habit Trail to go to the Hilton, when you right as you get to that, before you get to those bathrooms there, you take a right, and there's a little corridor down to the right. We've put up some signs. They hopefully last for the whole convention.
Hey, look at that.
There's the American Sci-Fi.
It's our Rex Manning Day panel. Nice.
Yep. We did, a year and a half, 2 years worth of every Thursday virtual panels for the pandemic. And Joe and I keep threatening to bring them back.
Oh, we will.
People would probably, I think it's a fun thing to do. Maybe not once a week, but
we decided let's make it as difficult as possible on ourselves to do such a thing. But we love doing them, and the feedback we got from so many people during the pandemic, because what we wanted to, because we couldn't get together in person that year, and we wanted to reach out and do something for the community that we love being a part of. And the messages we got, the private messages saying you guys were the thing I looked forward to every Thursday. And that was super neat. I have one little story about the quarantine panels. When we were doing them regularly, my daughter was in color guard in high school, and there was a color guard competition where other schools from around the state came to perform, and a teenage girl, 17, 16, I don't know what ages girls are anymore. And she came up to me and said, "Excuse me, are you Joe Crow?" And I was like, "What? Oh my gosh. This is the greatest day."
You have been served. Oh,
I was about to say, you remember my mother, Ann Rice, or whatever? No,
that was later.
No,
but I thought, well, okay. She asked if I was Joe Crow, and I said, yeah. She goes, "And you do those panels on YouTube on Thursday?" And I said, yeah. She goes, "My grandparents love those."
Right.
I can't breathe.
Good night, folks. I'll My work here is
Good
done.
night, folks. There we go. You've got John and I doing the first choking on the podcast.
Okay.
Okay, so now, one of the things.
Let's quickly run down your big
Sunday. We got a big
tentatively planned items on the days of the con.
Okay.
Yeah, because everything, the convention schedule, you cannot, you can't guarantee what happened until it's happened, and even then, you're not sure.
Yeah,
that is very true. That is very true.
So for Thursday, what do you guys got going on there?
All right. Our highlights on Thursday are, of course, the Geek Sing Along that we every Thursday, every first day of DragonCon, every Thursday, every year happens with our friends at American SF and Fantasy Media Track. It's just everybody gets together in the Hilton and they sing TV theme songs.
Awesome.
We're also doing, for the second year, we're doing, back in the Marriott, we're doing an MTV 120 minutes alternative nation style dance party.
Yes.
Sweet.
Which means what band?
Yeah.
It's all kinds of different music videos. Everything you would have seen on 120 minutes back in the day.
Yeah.
A lot of alternative 80s, 90s alternative.
Yeah. Like Kate Bush and people like that who is no longer
Kate Bush, Depeche Mode.
Yeah.
How many times is that Milky Way song played?
At least once.
Throughout. Okay, now on Sunday, I know there's a big anniversary and a person coming. So what's going on Sunday?
Sunday, we are doing we're celebrating the 40th anniversary of the David Lynch Dune movie. And a documentarian friend of ours who's done stuff with our track for years, Daniel Griffith, did a Dune documentary for one of the Blu-ray or DVD releases with Shout Factory. So he is debuting that documentary about the making of the movie with us at 7 o'clock on Sunday night.
Very cool. So a debut. That is really cool. That is
Daniel
very
Griffith is the gentleman's name, and like Joe said, he does all the almost all the documentaries you see on the Shout Factory DVDs or Blu-rays or 4Ks or whatever they are now.
He really wanted. He has done a documentary about Police Academy, and he really wanted. And to be honest, I really wanted. We wanted to get some Police Academy guests to come to DragonCon, and I'm not giving up. we'll get them one day.
Yes, because we've had Michael Winslow before at DragonCon.
Well, I was about to say, what is Steve Guttenberg doing now?
I think the Goot has come once, but maybe
the Goot, yes.
I think he's come once, maybe. But if we can get the Goot and Winslow back,
And Bobcat Goldthwait died, didn't he?
No, he just doesn't look very good right now.
He didn't look good. Goldthwait.
I was about to say,
No, and for anybody who wants to throw rocks at me, I say that because his last comedy special was called "Yeah, You Don't Look Good Either."
Thank you. Exactly.
And he actually does not look at all anymore like what he used to. So if you're thinking of that, that's not him. So
I like where your head is at, Brandon, in the chat room about the 5 minutes of music at our dance party. But the dance party is from around the time when they showed music things on MTV. I barely remember it either, but apparently it did happen.
Yeah, we were told it was.
You whippersnappers! You whippersnappers! All y'all ruined it. You had to have some of that real world stuff, and then they just didn't stop.
We remember when all of MTV was pasture. It was just rolling hills and pasture, and that was it.
Covered in Devo. There was just
my God
everywhere.
That is really sad. But,
You also have something big going on Saturday, right?
We have something
pretty
big
damn
going
big
on every day.
Yeah. A big damn game show.
That is one of our favorite things. It's called the Big Damn Game Show. It's in a big ballroom, and it is a goofy quiz show with live action stunts and crazy prizes, that kind of thing.
It's a wonderful time. Dave Dave West from Needless Things on YouTube. Hi, Dave. Is the host. He has his little crew, and like there's a Jeopardy section. If you like silly game shows and having a good time, you can do a lot worse than coming to the big damn game show.
1 year, I think it was 2 years ago. They created for the big damn game show. They created a game board, similar to on The Price is Right, the yodeling mountaineer that climbs.
Oh yeah.
Except it was a little Kate Bush, and running up that hill played as you got up the thing, and you had to not Kate Bush. You had to keep Kate Bush from falling off the edge of the hill.
I like it. That is awesome.
So yeah, things like that. Hilarious. We do cool things.
You do.
Sue has a panel idea. Because DragonCon directors never get enough of those.
Yeah.
Okay, you see, is it kind of scary that the internet is now old enough to have things that you have to go, oh yeah.
But her panel idea is relics of the early internet. We can watch Homestar Runner for an hour,
or we could do the thing with Charlie and Candy Mountain.
I loved Homestar though.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what that one was. Okay.
It's okay. Google it. That's fine.
I will. Yeah.
We'll see you in a few weeks.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Exactly. Yeah. So bottom line is there are so many fun things that we do every year. We can't wait.
Well, and one of your fun things that you do this year is the last panel of Con on Monday.
Yes. What we do every year for the last few years, we've done our very last panel on Monday. We call it Tales of DragonCon, and we spell it TAILS because we are clever. Yes. And we just get together in that last panel space, and we invite everybody to come and tell stories about things that have happened to them, things that have happened near them, things that have happened because of DragonCon, things that happened despite DragonCon.
It's always a great time because we get these stories and the interaction, and it helps us. One, if we're older like me, it helps lock in. Oh yeah, that did happen this year. And two, it helps that building of community of this is why this convention is special. This is why we all get together.
I remember the first year we did it. We somebody told the story of at the masquerade, somebody's costume was just peanut butter. I think like they had covered themselves in peanut butter, and that was it. And I hate that.
Wow. Yeah, that's just wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Good times. Yes.
Good times. Okay, so we already said one time where we can find you. But let's say that again one more time. You are in which hotel?
The Atlanta Marriott Marquis. And our track room is on M103 to 105.
There you go. And John, where's the Marriott located?
The Marriott is in the middle because it begins with an M.
Right. It is between the Hyatt and the Hilton. So there you go. And of course, you've already talked about your YouTube, which is American Sci-Fi Classics. What about your Facebook page?
Facebook.com/groups/American Sci-Fi Classics.
There you go. No dash between sci-fi, right?
Oh no, we don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah. We ain't got time for dashes.
We ain't got time for that. All right, awesome. And so Joe and Gary, why did I name this that it was SyFy?
That's
when
because
I put this in
ain't got no reason why.
Might. That's true.
It was a number of years, halcyon days ago, when the Sci-Fi channel, which began as Sci-Fi, decided, we can't trademark that. So what we'll do is we'll misspell it, and then we'll have a trademark, and it's
On
called.
purpose.
And they just misspelled it, SyFy, and at that time we were Gary and I writing for a daily or weekly sci-fi online magazine, and the amount of frustration and rage that we felt and that we received from the world at large it was a problem.
People were not happy, folks. Yeah, it did not go over well.
No, they stuck with it though. Unlike New Coke, bunch of quitters. SyFy said we're gonna misspell it forever.
We're gonna misspell it forever
because trademarks are a thing.
Yep. And New Coke said, "Oh no, we'll go back and make it taste like the old Coke that everybody liked for 60 years." But Sci-Fi Channel said, "Nope. We're not going to spell it with a dash or a C ever again."
Ever again, which then everybody else went. And then there was a whole generation that could not spell sci-fi the actually correct way of SCIFI. So, okay. There we go.
All right. Well, we like to play a game with our guests every time we have them on. And today is no different. So we're going to play Quiplash again. Let's see if you folks can that are I think it's just Gary and Leigh need to get in to go to jackbox.tv. Those of you listening, you can head over to jackbox.tv if you want to play. I'm going to show the room code in just a second. Once our guests are in there.
But while we're waiting, so I know it's not done yet. There's so much more to go on and things may change. But is there anybody you've seen so far on the guest list? If you've had time to look, I know because you're doing panels, getting panels all set up and everything. But anybody you're looking forward to seeing?
Danny Trejo.
There are a
Danny
lot of,
Trejo. Yes.
Yeah, Danny Trejo is coming, for goodness sake.
I am so excited.
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to get him to sign.
There's so much. There's so much.
Like, I'm very, very tempted to just bring a big plastic machete because I don't think I can get in with a real one.
No, you're not getting in with a real one. That's definitely no.
But
security will stop that. Safety will stop that.
There are a lot of people who are here this year that have never been. A couple of members of the cast of Smallville. We're doing panels with those guys, and a few members of the cast of Roswell, the 3-season show on the WB from like 20 years ago. So,
I guess I thought these were from Roswell, the new show. I guess that's called Roswell, New Mexico. So, the old Roswell, that's cool. That is very cool.
Yeah, and the new Roswell had connections to the old one. It was a whole thing.
Oh no, it did. It totally did. I guess I just didn't think about it in that way. So very cool, very cool. And
I know Gates McFadden is coming. And Nathan Fillion to get my Firefly collection expanded a little more.
The actor's name I cannot think of ever, but the guy that played Shaw in Star Trek Picard.
Stashwick.
Thank you. I cannot wait. I gotta talk to that man.
I gotta talk to him about D&D.
So great.
He's so great.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Joe, are you jumping into the game?
Yeah. Wait. Bloop.
Is he not there?
Oh, there he is. He's there now. Okay.
Well, I'm here now.
All right. Let me add this to the stage. All right. The code for those of you watching at home or watching us live, rather. And I guess you're probably at home. Most likely at home. NDLJ is the room code. LD.
Oh, and we got people.
And we're full. I apologize to anybody who did not get in.
Look at that. Woohoo!
That was quick.
That was quick.
All right. Let me turn on the volume. Oh. Well, you guys can hear that, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, this is Quiplash 3, my kingdom for a quip. I'm Schmitty, and unfortunately, this game no longer counts towards your college credit. By the way, if you didn't get in the game, you can still vote as an audience member. Type in the room code to join.
Do it.
Let's
And
kick
audience
it off with
members get
round
to
one.
vote.
You'll answer 2 prompts on your device in any way you want, and then each of your responses will square off against someone else's. The remaining players vote on their favorite. Easy, right? Points are awarded based on the percentage of people who went for your answer, so make them count.
All right. Well, they're doing that. I will do a little bit of house cleaning. Housekeeping. If you need to reach us, I forgot to bring up the voicemails again. Okay, we'll get to them. I have a couple. You can always leave us a telephone message at 813-3210-TUG. That's 813-321-884. Oh, 321-0884. 321-0884. Yeah, there we go. You can email us at 50days. That's 50days at theuniquegeek.com. As always, you can find links to the folks that we have here and our charity, or the DragonCon's charity partner this year, over at theuniquegeek.com, or you can also use Google and just type in American Sci-Fi Classics, and you'll probably find it that way as well. I guess that's it. What else am I missing here?
You gave our email, so that's it.
I gave an email, gave voicemail.
And our Facebook.
You can go over to our Facebook group too if you want to. I think Leigh's in charge of that. I don't know. It was a thing someone told me I had to do, and then they told me that I must do it, and so I did it, and then I didn't remember anything about it. Joe and Chris, we're waiting on you.
Oh, there we go.
Days is in the books.
Maybe.
What do you say? Shall we? Kicking things off.
The worst part about being stuck
Have at 'em.
in a time loop. Feeling like you always have to go poop. No bathrooms. Wow. Our audience is our audience is.
This is a crappy question.
Oh,
They've hit a new low.
The worst part about being stuck
Definitely
in a time
number
loop
2.
is
definitely number
feeling
2.
like you always have to go poop.
Good one. Good one.
Handle.
How you'd
That's
pass
what we
time
call a
stuck on
guinea.
Mars for a couple of years. Make a Potato Farm was the winner because Joe
Next
didn't
one
enter
up.
an answer. If you were a cyborg,
All right, choose your favorite.
you'd want this gizmo built into your body. Thank you, by the way, for being family friendly. A drill or margarita maker? If you were a cyborg, you'd want this gizmo built into your body. Would it be a drill or a margarita maker? Oh,
I know this audience.
margarita maker wins. That's Gary's answer.
Gary, I could not think of
Okay,
anything
what's
funny.
next?
That's a great one, though. That's a great one.
All right, people, it's voting time.
An odd order from Jean-Luc Picard is set your phasers to blank, massage, or tickle.
Lasers don't do that.
That's not how phasers work.
It's not how
Sure?
phasers work.
And tickle wins. Yeah, tickle wins, and that was Brandon's answer.
Next on
Yeah.
the docket. Okay, choose your favorite.
A personal flaw that would immediately get you kicked out of the Starfleet Academy. OCD about anything suspicious going on, or my inappropriate crush on Data. A personal flaw that would immediately get you kicked out of the Starfleet Academy. OCD about anything suspicious going on, or my inappropriate crush on Data.
I gotta say, I'm not sure what's inappropriate about it.
You don't
was
know me,
Leigh.
then.
It was Lee's answer, so
Look, he's fully functional. That's all that matters.
Here's the fun part. Pick your favorite quip.
Besides a fly, what is the worst thing a teleporter could combine you with? A horseshoe crab or Jeff Goldblum? Besides a fly.
Technically speaking, combining with Jeff Goldblum would be great.
Jeff Goldblum wins. That's Gary's answer once again.
Good job, Gary. Woo!
All right, check this out.
The shocking twist ending that M. Night Shyamalan.
Joe!
Did you put any answers in, Joe?
Look, I do what I want.
What you want to do is nothing, apparently.
Right.
That's why he has you, Gary.
That's true.
Now it gets real. Pick your favorite.
If Soylent Green is made from people, what's Soylent Purple? People eaters or the one and only Thanos? If Soylent Green is made of people.
Oh, if it's Thanos, we know it will be a perfectly balanced meal.
Oh no, Gary, no!
As all things should be.
Now that round one is a distant memory, let's move on to the scores.
Woo-hoo!
Yay, scores!
Yeah.
Gary is winning.
Look at Gary. Woo!
Joe, you see, but again,
Round one
perfectly
is
balanced. I'm at one end, Joe is at the other.
The points double the indigestion.
All right, Joe. See, here is where you use the device that you have and you type things in.
I always need people named John to tell me how to use my device.
Fun. Let's see. Of course, check out. By the way, if you want a direct link to the American Sci-Fi Classics YouTube channel, it is youtube.com/C, I assume that means for channels, /American Sci-Fi Classics. But again, just typing it into the Google works just as well. And you too can have your Rex Manning day. Oh, so Joe got in early now. So I think what he was really planning, he was just hustling everybody.
Well, he's just giving us a false sense of
security,
confidence. Yeah.
Yes.
Prompt number one is
aliens have landed on Earth. The first thing they say is, "Take me to your blank."
Pick one.
Fast food or Dairy Queen? When the aliens have landed
I like
on Earth,
how Dairy Queen is not fast food, apparently.
Have you gone there and tried to get a damn blizzard? It takes forever. Not joking.
True.
Except at DragonCon, they are incredibly efficient over
They
at that
are.
Dairy Queen.
They are. That is very true.
Wow.
Dairy Queen wins every single vote.
Way to
was
go,
Game Changer.
Gabe.
And next,
The most annoying thing about having your brain put in a horse's
and
body
now pick your favorite.
is managing your luxurious mane and tail, or horseflies. The most annoying thing about having your brain put into a horse's body is horseflies or managing your luxurious mane and tail. I mean, look at that. Joe Crow with a managing luxurious
There you
mane and
go.
tail.
And here we
wins.
have
I first read that as horse
The dumbest thing for a giant robot to transform into.
Decisions. Choose your favorite.
Oh man.
A stoplight or a Roomba? The dumbest thing for a giant robot to transform into. Stoplight or a Roomba?
I mean, they're both dumb.
Yeah, who needs stoplights?
Everybody on Peachtree Street.
Which Peachtree?
Any of them.
Stoplight wins, and that was Leigh's.
Next,
The hardest part about let me reread that
pick
again.
your favorite quip.
The hardest part about dating a cyborg. Be sure which word you're gonna emphasize there, John. Subscribing by? Subscribing. Okay. I think someone ran out of time to type. Figuring out the plugs is the Quiplash, and that's Gary.
There you go, Gary. Woohoo!
The hardest part about
And
getting
now,
anyway. What?
time to pick the one you like best.
Oh my god, this one's deep. What invention will eliminate the need for government? Kneecap drills or empathy? I'm
Whoever
laughing
did this one, that is a great one.
because
Both
it's
of them are good. Both are
true.
true.
Boo.
Chris wins with
Boo.
empathy.
Boo.
Chris wins with empathy. I'm empathizing with Chris.
Let's see the next one.
Oh, wow.
All right, vote for the one you like best.
The big difference between you and the evil you from another dimension. I know where the con suite is, or I have a gun.
John, I gotta say, for you, as soon as you tell me you can take me to the con suite, I'd be like, we gotta check this guy out.
Oh, Sean gets a Quiplash with I know where the con suite is.
No, I'm sorry.
And
Pander to the audience. Pander.
Pander.
The form an alien would take
And now it's time to vote for your
to
favorite.
make you comfortable while communicating. Phil Coulson or Mr. Rogers? What form would
Which
an alien
Mr.
take to make you comfortable while communicating? Mr. Rogers or
What? Steve?
Phil Coulson.
What are we?
I mean, yeah, are we talking Steve? Or are we talking... I mean, there are a lot of
Roy?
Rogers. Roy?
Kenny?
Kenny Rogers?
His roasters are delicious.
Mhm.
Mr.
John,
Rogers
it's the wood that
wins.
makes it good. John,
And that was
Simon.
from
Wood
who?
that makes it good.
Simon, way to go.
And now
Okay,
pick your favorite.
Slow zombies are terrifying. Fast zombies are worse. But the scariest zombies are the ones that blank. Sing and dance or write Star Wars reviews. Nice.
Dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-da-da-da.
The scariest zombies are the ones that sing and dance or write Star Wars reviews.
Nice. Gary.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Gary gets another? Oh, was
Nope,
the count as
not
Quiplash?
exactly a Quiplash, but
All right, let's put a cap on round 2 and see
only
those
one of mine
scores.
came up.
All right, let's see. Gary was winning. Gary is still winning. And
Yeah.
kind of running away with it, actually.
Yep.
Okay, last
Now
round,
for
folks.
Quiplash.
3 answers.
Ooh,
3 answers
three
for one question. That's
I'm
what we
going to
need.
send each of you a prompt that requires 3 separate responses. That's
Ooh.
triple the ha-has.
And you're immediately kicked off. The podcast will end shortly after if you do not triple the ha-has. Or it could be scheduled to end, regardless of whether there's ha-has. Oh, there's some input there I've been completely ignoring. Let's see. Sarah can't play tonight, unfortunately. I don't remember what this was for, but Zan said he'll answer all of his panel questions with one word. No. I don't remember what we were talking about then. Leigh just says hello to everybody.
Oh, another Leigh. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, differently. Lee. And Sue read the fan. I've read this fanfic. I'm not sure which one that was.
That was the Starfleet. Get you kicked out of Starfleet. The
Oh,
inappropriate
gotcha.
crush.
Gotcha.
Tick tock, time's almost up.
Type,
Hey,
type, fast. Joe, hit enter.
Let's get frippin'.
Gabe, if you put in the comment what your actual last guess was, I'll read it that way so everyone knows.
Okay.
The 3 most awkward things about being assimilated by the Borg.
All right, people, it's voting time.
Mom's phone calls, Picard's pants, fanfic of your mom and Picard. Or the lines for the bathroom, polishing all that metal, or explaining why it isn't a cyborg. The 3 most awkward things about being assimilated by the Borg.
Those are darn good, both.
Mom's phone calls, Picard's pants, fanfic of your mom and Picard, or the lines for the bathroom, polishing all that metal, or explaining why it isn't a cyborg.
Darn close to 50-50 there.
Yep.
Forget Westworld. The 3 worlds I want to experience are
Joe, I think I know your answer.
Eastworld,
Decisions.
North
Choose
World?
your favorite.
and South World, or Coruscant, MCU World, where Harry and Hermione marry. Forget Westworld. The 3 worlds I want to experience are Coruscant, the MCU world, and where Harry and Hermione marry, or Eastworld, North World, and South World.
I will put $1 in the charity bucket if that's not Joe's answer. Eastworld. Oh, okay. I owe the charity bucket $1.
Chris wins that one. Oh, with Eastworld, Westworld, South World. Oh. 3 signs that your whole life is
pick your favorite quip.
secretly a Truman Show style television series. Obvious product placement, continuity errors, and I think they missed one. God is named Chad, googly eyes everywhere, poop lions. 3 signs that your whole life is secretly a Truman Show. God is named Chad, googly eyes everywhere, and poop lions, or obvious product placements and continuity errors.
There you go. Did you say who got the most votes?
Oh, sorry. Who did? I missed it. I was looking.
Now it gets
the chat.
real. Pick your favorite.
3 jobs RoboCop could have if he left the police force. Cooking timer, yo. Or roaming ATM, coffee maker, or karaoke machine. Coffee maker. He's a barista. Barista. 3 jobs RoboCop could have if he left the police force. Roaming ATM, coffee maker, a barista, or karaoke machine, or cooking timer.
It should also have donut maker.
No put that.
That'll kill us.
All right, here we go,
Great
folks.
job. Now let's see what that did to the final scores.
I think I know what the score is, but okay.
Yeah,
We'll look anyway. Gary is a winner. Chris.
Gary Mitchell killed it. 12,000 points. Wow.
That is why for 4 years running, I was the Gary. Oh, the only reason I'm not the Gary and I'm other Gary and Gary Lindos is the Gary is Joe cheated.
Joe cheated.
It's my fault.
It's always your fault, Joe.
Yep.
I mean, that's what everybody's told me.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, well, thank you everybody for playing. That was a lot of fun. This is great to always do that. And yes, it's so much better than when John would pull out really bad trivia cards, because then you have a chance to possibly win. So,
There's never any love for me. I don't know why.
there's a lot of I love you dearly.
Is there a whole lot of
I didn't
love?
love those trivia cards.
Whole lot of love. Whole lot of
Yes,
love.
dude, that's exactly why.
There you go.
All right. One last time. Which hotel are you in, and where can people find out more information?
Atlanta Marriott Marquis, M103 to 105. And on the Facebooks at facebook.com/groups/American Sci-Fi Classics.
Perfect.
Woohoo!
It's like you have said this 1,000 times before.
Many, many a time. But hey, people will forget. Way to go, Gary.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All we at the classics track, all we do is win, 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 no matter what.
Exactly.
Or else you pay to get out of the room very quickly.
Exactly.
All right. So until next time, for Gary, Joe, and Leigh, this is John saying peace.
Bye.
Bye.
This was a production of The Unique Geek. Call our comment line at 8133210TUG. That's 81332108884. Email us at thegeeks@theuniquegeek.com or 50days@theuniquegeek.com. Follow The Unique Geek on Facebook and Twitter. This podcast is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike license.
You heard that right. It said Twitter. And it's going to always say Twitter.
And that's, it's going to. Until, well, it can say Twitter. And then at some point, John, we're going to crowdfund it when Elon Musk has driven it way, way down. And then we'll go back to Twitter again. Because we're all the fans.
We may already be there. We may already be at that point.